Everybody been asking for the meditation tutorial, so I got y'all. Let's go. So first and foremost, you want to get into a comfortable position where your back can be aligned straight, right? I like to go against the wall sometimes, but I like my bottom to be cushioned up, so I like to go against the couch like this, right? Now, one of the main things as far as position is to ground your feet. So either your feet have to be touching like this, or they have to be flat on the ground. It's important to do that because your body is electromagnetic, so you need a ground to help you conduct electricity throughout your body properly. This will help strengthen your magnetic field during your meditation, which will help you access higher levels of consciousness and deeper levels of feeling, right? The next thing as far as meditation is to breathe. So when it comes to breathing, you want to make sure that you're taking slow, deep breaths so that your body can start to produce more energy. You feel me? If you don't know, we don't get energy from eating. We get energy from breathing, right? The food is just the chemical mass that we break down to build ATP, which is energy, but we make ATP when we breathe. So you want to make sure that your body is getting into a state of over energy production. You want to produce more energy than that you're using. Having more energy in your body will help you achieve higher frequency, which will help you achieve higher states of consciousness, which will help you achieve all the little mystical shit, visions, past life memories, all of these things. Next, we want to make sure that we're being focused and concentrating on our own awareness, right? Now, this is one of the most critical steps. This is what determines what level of meditation you get into, whether it's going to be a deep meditation or a shallow meditation. The focus aspect is why most people say they can't meditate or get into deep meditations. The number one way to get over this is to acknowledge what's actually happening during meditation. A lot of people think that when they're meditating, nothing is happening and they're focusing on nothing. That's the opposite of the truth. When you're meditating, a lot of things are actually happening in your energy field, within your body, and you have to become aware of these things. This is what's going to help you reach higher states of consciousness. For beginners, it's cool to focus on your breaths, right? Focus on your breaths. Eventually, you're going to stop being as concentrated on the breaths, and you're just going to be focused on nothing. Focusing on nothing is the goal when it comes to concentration, right? When you're focused on nothing, it's almost as if your consciousness becomes nothing. So then you open yourself up to higher wisdom. You open yourself up to the Most High God. You open yourself up to spirit, right? But it's important to make sure that you're protecting yourself because you don't want to open up to different type of spirits that might harm you. Now that we have the most key critical components of meditation down, I'm gonna give you some of my tips and tricks, things that I do, things that I advise so that you can get into deeper states of meditation and higher states of consciousness, right? Now, the key for me, I tell this to everybody, rhythm, right? Rhythm helps me get in sync, right? I notice how when I get into a rhythm, my body starts to go like this while I meditate, right? It helps me get into the flow. And that's a very important part. So when I breathe, I count in my head how long that I'm breathing, and then I exhale, count my exhale, right, in seconds. Eventually, as you keep doing this, you'll get used to the rhythm and you won't have to count anymore. The counting is actually kind of distracting, but once you get used to it, you won't have to count anymore. So you'll get into deeper states of meditation. Another one that'll help you get into rhythm is mantra, right? Now, mantras are an ancient Hindu practice. They do this in Africa as well. They do this in other parts of Asia. But the mantra is just something in your head that you want to repeat, right? It's meaningless. It can have a meaning as well. But whatever meaning your mantra has, honestly, it doesn't matter like that, because once you do the mantra enough, it'll start to lose all meaning. Once you access higher states of consciousness, that the meaning of that word won't even matter anymore. You'll just be saying it and it gets you into a rhythm. Right? Like if I were to go like Anya, Anya, Anya in my mind, right? I don't know what Anya means, but it's like eventually I'm gonna get so tapped in that I forgot that I'm even saying Anya, and I'm just gonna be in such a deep meditative state. That's where you wanna be. You wanna kind of be in a state of forgetfulness, but super hyper awareness at the same time. Now, eventually you might start to feel things in your energy field. You might start to feel things in your body. You might start to feel energy rising up your spine. This is okay. Sometimes it might hurt a little bit. It might burn a little bit. This is okay. This is natural meditation awakening symptoms. The key is to not be startled and to just observe it. Don't react to it. Don't internalize it. Don't emotionalize it. Just observe it, right? Let it do its work. Not being reactive is going to be a very important part of achieving higher states of consciousness through meditation. I also forgot to mention that your thoughts You want to not react to any of your thoughts. None of your thoughts can have reactions. This is kind of hard for some people. Sometimes I let a thought drag me down too, but thoughts, you got to understand, your thoughts are not you. Your thoughts are just your awareness being aware of itself and kind of monologuing. You feel me? But once your awareness rises above its own awareness of itself and you start to become aware of everything else as well, your thoughts kind of get muted. Another tip is frequencies. Right now, a lot of people, they like to listen to music or different frequencies. This kind of goes back in with the rhythm thing. Like I told you, some people need rhythm to get into a meditative state, and that's because rhythm is the key to hypnosis in the mind. When you actually listen to music, you're actually hypnotizing your mind, and studies will prove this. Go look it up. Anything that is rhythmic and is repeating in patterns is going to hypnotize your mind. That hypnotic state is what submerges your conscious mind a little bit, and it'll resurface your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind is where all of these different, maybe you want a past life memory, or maybe you want to get more in tune with yourself. Maybe you want to leave your body in astral travel. Maybe you want to tap in with your angels or the higher power, God. Your subconscious mind is the gateway to all of these things, because all of these things already exist within inside of us. The very, very last thing I want to say is that meditation is a skill. You feel me? I should have probably said that first, but meditation is a skill. Not everybody's gonna be good at it at first. Not everybody's gonna be, super quick, and that's okay. When it comes to me, I happen to be very skilled in meditation early on, so I can get into deeper states of meditation faster than other people. But at the same time, I still have to put in work to refine that skill. Like hard work will beat talent every day. So if you're meditating every day for an hour, you're naturally gonna become better at it than somebody who meditates 15 minutes a day, but they're super skilled at it and they can get into a deep meditative state in 2 minutes. To be honest, you're probably going to end up experiencing deeper meditations over time than the person who, just does it quick. That's another benefit of meditation as well as a skill. Once you do it for longer periods of times, it'll start to get easier. You'll start to get into that meditative state, within 2 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever. But don't trip if it takes you an hour. That's okay. Some people, they can't even sit for an hour. So it's like the fact that you sat for 30 minutes to an hour, that says a lot about you. Meditation will really expose your character. It'll expose your weaknesses. It'll expose a lot of things about you. So it's good that when these things come up, when we are in our waking life, we retouch on them, and then we try and enrich ourselves in these areas to improve ourselves, right? Meditation is a self-improvement technique. I'll do another video where I cover mudras and everything. You see people doing this stuff, this stuff, this stuff, that stuff, this stuff. That's a mudra. It'll help you attract a certain level of consciousness. That's a whole other video though. I'm gonna catch y'all later.